Hi, my name's Josh. I'm born in Australia. I live in Victoria, Melbourne. I've been working in the construction industry for over 7 years post university, mostly working on site in the project management and delivery space and the civil space. I come across Learnpedia as an opportunity to learn and develop my knowledge more in the consulting side of things than domestic building environment. I haven't had much experience or opportunity to work in that space previously. Increase my knowledge and develop those skills to potentially go out and deliver more work in that environment. But yeah, couldn't recommend the course highly enough to anyone out there who is either looking to get a job out of university or potentially looking to sort of change direction in their career and have already been in the field for a number of years. It gives you a great starting point, and the course goes through quite a lot of detail that's really beneficial to get you going. If there's anyone out there, I think that's looking to do the course, I think the course is good for two sorts of people. If you're fresh out of uni and you're struggling to find a job, and you want to get that level of experience before you start a job, or if you're looking to sort of grow your knowledge and move into different fields of engineering to what you've already worked in, I think what this course allows you to do, it allows you to probably gain a year and a half to 2 years of knowledge that you'd probably get in the field in just a matter of months. It goes through the detail. You're not going to have to go into the field, ask hundreds of questions because of things you're not sure of. You're going to have answers to all those questions that people probably think you should know the answers to, and just going to make your transition from that university life into your work life a lot smoother and easier. It's obviously going to make you a lot more attractive to employees, having done the course, because they know they're not going to have to spend the time training you up to that level that they expect you to be at. For the people that I'm probably more relate to, that are looking to sort of transfer from one field to another in a sense, or further broaden their knowledge, I think it's a great opportunity. It's very transferable knowledge, whether you're working in directly the domestic building space or in more of a commercial civil environment. It is all related and can all be transferred in between those disciplines. But like I said, if you're looking to sort of transfer into the more domestic building environment in structural engineering, then yeah, it's a great course. Couldn't recommend it enough. So basically, I've been in the industry for 7 years. Mostly working for someone else. Decided to go off on my own and sort of become a consultant in more the delivery project management space in civil infrastructure. I found when I guess taking that journey, I was getting a lot of work and getting a lot of opportunity in the space I'd worked in for multiple years, but I was also getting a lot of inquiries online about certain jobs and projects related to the domestic building environment. I hadn't previously worked in that space before and didn't have much knowledge in how it actually worked, operated, and the sort of knowledge you needed to sort of understand to, actually deliver those projects. So what I ended up doing, I either was saying no to the jobs or was getting external consultants to, assist these people through my business. And I found that I was getting to a point where, well, what can I sort of do about it? Do I just leave these jobs alone, or do I just focus on just the project management, civil, more, I guess, on-site delivery pathway? I come across this course that had, some good reviews and, could have provided me some, I guess, more information and knowledge about the domestic building environment, in particular in the engineering space. And I thought, this is perfect. I'm getting multiple inquiries a week about people needing certain things done, renovations, things happening to their properties that they need reports done on and whatnot. So I just found at the time, all these inquiries, I couldn't really help people and it was frustrating. So I come across this course and yeah, like I said, I couldn't recommend to people enough. If they're interested in working as a structural engineering consultant in the domestic environment, then yeah, highly recommend, whether you're from overseas or from Australia, um, born here. Even if you've gone to university for 5 years, university doesn't specifically give you the knowledge in the domestic environment. You get sort of a broad understanding of how it works, but this course will definitely give you a head start in front of everyone else. The course was definitely delivered in a very detailed and methodological way. It was presented in a very straightforward process, taking basically from the start of designing a residential building all the way to the very end, everything from drafting, designing, the softwares, in great detail, including lots of video tutorials, lots of markups, taking you step by step where you would go and utilize the software at the same time as them to get an understanding of how it all worked. You could go back, you could take your time. Things were repeated, which was great because when you got to the end, you had a very good understanding of that module and what was involved of the understanding of that module. There was quizzes along the way. There was testing involved. There was a lot of hands-on experience as well. So yeah, I would say it was definitely a very well thought and well detailed course. Definitely time, Paul, was probably the first question I brought to myself. Obviously, working full time, working for myself, it's very busy. You don't have much time for yourself as it is. To go and then do a reasonably intensive course on top of that in the late hours at night or on weekends. It's definitely something to consider when you're already time poor as it is. But I had a good think about it, and I thought, well, you know, I've got to keep learning. Things have got to keep developing. You've got to keep progressing. This is a good opportunity. It's not 100% in my field, but it's going to be able to broaden my knowledge and be able to develop and expand where my business wants to go. So you always got to be learning. You always got to find the time to learn. And sometimes learning on your own isn't always the answer. I thought financially the course was quite reasonable for the knowledge that they provided you. Since doing the course, confidence levels are definitely up. Like I said, power is knowledge. Having that understanding, if someone comes and asks you a question that's related to that, the field, domestic structural engineering field, you've now got that knowledge and understanding of, yes, I know the answer to that question. I have a full understanding of how that works and what needs to be done there. So yeah, the past 3 to 4 months doing the course, I've definitely gained a lot of knowledge, and it's given me a lot more confidence to move forward. What I found good about the Learnpedia platform is how they structured the course. I think it was really well thought out. Not only do they provide quite a lot of detail, they do break it down to make it more easily understandable. There's a lot of courses out there that just give you heaps of information, read this standard, do this, use this software, go through things very quickly, making it very hard to sort of understand. Learnpedia have taken the time to, draw back every element of the design phase, everything from the preliminary start all the way to the end on how you should professionally submit certain things, give you a good understanding of the stakeholders that you need to engage as part of the process, and who involves in what, and what a structural engineer is actually responsible to deliver. I think from that standpoint, there's not really any course out there that provides that sort of level of detail and information that you can get from it. And especially utilizing real world projects and utilizing real world software that they use in the real world, along with these standards that everyone in the Australia is using. It definitely makes the course, really good to go through. And when you finish it, you've achieved something and you've definitely learnt a lot. As part of the course, we got to do weekly tutorials every Tuesday, which was great because the time that was booked in was after work hours, which worked well with myself. There was a 2 hour opportunity there, not only to go through your projects and give you a bit of an update of how things were tracking, you could ask plenty of questions. And yeah, just gave you a good opportunity to sort of get a good understanding of the problems you might be having and how to fix them. There was definitely opportunity to ask plenty of questions throughout that time period, and even during the times when there were, during the week, there was forums available to send through if you were stuck in any way, shape, or form. I think I'm very lucky in the fact that I've been in the industry for quite a while, and I'm currently, working full time in the industry nonstop for the past 7 years, and the work out there definitely looks like it's not going to stop in the near future. What this course has to allow me to do is just expand my knowledge and effectively broaden my opportunities in the actual construction industry. I now have better knowledge in the structural engineering domestic environment. I can answer questions with a lot more confidence and a lot more understanding with how things work, which ultimately is going to bring more opportunities to me in the future. People are going to trust me more. People are going to come to you when they have more problems, and ultimately that'll just grow into more and more opportunities for myself. I think what puts Learn P's instructors above the rest is the opportunity to actually design and draft real life world projects using the software that they use in the industry. It definitely assists in getting you that work experience to actually be beneficial in the real world. Other courses out there, I would say, wouldn't provide that opportunity to utilize the softwares that they use in the real world without having to pay the, substantial subscription fees for what they cost. So yeah, that's what definitely outlines them above the rest.